To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
The Indian investor always gets edgy with the news headlines and all the noise around.
Yeah.
What is it that you're making of all that's happening right now? This concern around what's going to happen with the tariffs, what's going to happen on the global slowdown front, and of course the India story wherein valuations are always a question mark.
Yeah, I think one, of course, when a country like the US starts changing in behavior, everybody else's behavior also starts changing. I think we are in that phase. But as this when tenure starts expanding, people will accept that and form their own opinion. I personally feel that from defense to capital markets, every country is now reworking its own strategy. That's the time, and such a phenomenal time to be sitting in the world at this moment. And then probably each country will start defining their own style in the world, and then probably India will shine, and that's my bet on it. The second part is from the investors. I mean, today, if you look at the market, and all of you kind of talk about it many times, is that the market shifted to that single retail investors who have come together and piled this 27,000 crores of support to the market on a monthly basis. And that's where is the behavioral shift. I mean, it's just incredible. I had not thought that I would see this before my retirement. I would joke about it, but it's so fascinating to see that. And as the demography is shifting, you know, right now 3 generations are investing together, which had never happened in my career. My father's generation, my generation, my son's generation is something which will turn it around. I'm extremely bullish of their behavior. I'm very confident of their ability to see the long-termness, if there's a word like that, of the India story. And I think good days ahead is what I can say.
But what do you make of the current market construct, you know, like we're saying, with all the talk around tariffs and still, you know, question mark on which way the tariffs are going to go for India, and we're still awaiting that letter, quote unquote, and valuations which are not really as comfortable as we have seen in the past. What is the next 1 year looking like with all the uncertainties around?
My personal take is India is a structural growth story that is a given globally, right? If there's a growth story, it's India. So based on that, India will definitely have its own negotiation powers, negotiation levers when it comes to that negotiation table for the tariffs. I mean, the fact is every country would like to participate in this country because wealth is being created at an individual level as we speak. And then it will be the largest consumption market, second to probably, or third probably to US, China. We are there. When we look at it from their perspective, they will, anybody, not just one country, would want to participate here. The best part of all this is we consume our own. 96% of our produce we consume. So while there is an impact of tariffs, we can be on our own, in our own capacity, right? And that's something which we need to realize, that our cars can be consumed by our own people, our produce can be consumed by our own people. So net, you know, we are at this moment a very isolated story from the rest of the world. When you look at, you do the headlines. When you do the headlines, compare whether those headlines appear to or appeal to our country. It's very strange to say that India will remain isolated on data points and strong, consistent data points. While, you know, some of us get disappointed when growth comes down to 6%. World is growing at 2-3%.
So 6 is great.
It's not good, but we get disappointed at 6%, right? We have to grow at 6%. It's our house commentary. But that's 6% versus 2. Right, and that's something which people need to internalize.
But we need to have high benchmarks for our
we
market.
Should.
But then